Hey everyone, welcome back to another mountain road ride, gravel ride of the week video. So this week we're going to be doing a DIY gravel project. So if you haven't heard about this yet, Ted King, I think pretty well-known gravel rider, is putting together these series of races, seeing that all the gravel races on the calendar are basically being cancelled. The aim is to try and recreate some of those races for yourself by going out on a course that you can design, and essentially you want to try and mimic the distance and then also maybe the elevation and some other features of that race on your own, just to keep that competitive spirit going within the gravel community. So I think that is a really great initiative from Ted King, and I'm going to jump onto that today with his latest gravel race, which is the Rooted Vermont. Now, if you know about the Rooted Vermont, that is actually a race that Ted King and his wife Laura put together each year up in Vermont, and I would have really loved to go up there this year had it not been for obviously the current health scenario. So today what we're going to do instead is we're going to actually design our own course. So I am here in Loudoun County, actually Loudoun County High School that you can see right behind me, and we're going to put together our own Rooted Vermont DIY gravel ride today. Now, if you know a little bit about the Rooted Vermont race, you know that they are very big on the mullet protocols. What that's all about is the business in the front, party in the back style. Now, I unfortunately can't, boast of some kind of a mullet. I maybe have some coronavirus lockdown longer than normal hair, but I can't sport the mullet today. But I do have a little bit of a mullet style on my bike. So if you do want to see, not entirely the normal mullet style, but we've got the business up front and a little bit of a mountain biker set going there. So some party in the back going on there, but not quite the full mullet protocol with me. But what we are going to do today is we're going to try and give a little bit of a Vermont flavor to the ride. So Ted King on social media is pretty big on showing his love for barns, and you'll find a lot of his Strava files will include a few pictures of barns. So Ted, if you're watching this, I'm going to show you a few barns today along my route. I think you're going to like that one. Other than that, what we're going to do is we're going to start things off here at the school. We'll go up a bike path, so that's going to be the business in the front, and then after that we'll hit gravel and mostly stick to the gravel roads throughout today's ride. Let's get out on the route and go check out this DIY Rooted Vermont. My Rooted Vermont DIY gravel ride measured in at 48 miles or 78 kilometers, and the total elevation gain on the day came in at 3,400 feet or just a little over 1,000 meters. I followed the WNOD, a converted railway, now bike path, for the first 3 or 4 miles of the ride, and it climbs all the way out of Leesburg and eventually reaches its highest point at this historic Clark's Gap overpass. It is such a beautiful morning out here. We've just had a tropical storm go up the east coast, and normally in the summer mornings we'll have quite a lot of humidity out here in Virginia, but today it's fresh and you can see beautiful blue sky day. So loving this ride. It's going to be a good one. Alright, let the barn sightings begin. There we have a barn, and we have goats, and yeah. Alright, so this has to be the most impressive barn along my route. Check out that barn. A beautiful day for a ride. Enjoy! In the previous gravel ride of the week video, I took you through Unison. On this ride, I passed through once again, this time in the opposite direction. I slowed down to check out the honey stand this time round. Check out that beautiful view. I've got these historic brick walls next to me as I ride along this gravel path. Epic.
One last barn sighting, and then it was time for the last stretch back to the school to wrap up this ride.
Great, so that was my spin around on the beautiful gravel roads of Loudoun County here in Northern Virginia. I hope you enjoyed this. I think, you know, at this time when all gravel races are basically off the calendar, initiatives like this DIY gravel really just gives us something to be competitive and maybe even just, you know, to have a little bit of fun. I think that's the big focus of a race like Rooted Vermont, is obviously the body in the back and really enjoying your bike riding. I think that is what a day like today gave me, is just an incredibly beautiful day that I could go out and enjoy my bike riding. So Ted and Laura, I hope to see Rooted Vermont back to full strength by next year. All right, that's it from my side. I am Vian from Mountain Road Ride. If you did like this video, please be sure to give it a like and do subscribe to the channel. And if you are curious to try out this route for yourself, do check out the blog post in the description below where you'll find today's Strava file. Until next time, enjoy your ride.